Hello, and are you ready for the content you never thought you needed, but now that you know exists, can't resist? I know I am. I'm more than ready for this. Today, we're memeing. We're not memeing, this is very serious. This is a very serious video. Um, right now, because Intro's not doing his job, we're doing the Chromatic League, the Chromatic League player tier list. So I'm just gonna be Alright, let me set up some rules first. So first, I'm only going to be tiering people who have been active in the recent update. We recently updated to Nat Deck, so people who have been active in that um, will be, uh, included in this. Another thing is if you specialize, this is really hard to do for myself, but if you are a draft player only, as in you have only competed in the draft leagues here, I'm not going to tier you because I don't have a good assessment on it, who you are as a player and how good you are like in general. Um, Second is this is going to be overall, meaning I'm not going to be, because Orange plays draft, I'm not going to be ranking Orange S tier for draft because we're not talking about just draft. We're talking about everything. Um, is that it? All right, so I feel weird. I feel weird doing this. Let me take a sip of water. Was I not recording? No, we were just fine, and my mic's working, or it should be at least. So, first one, we're gonna do this in alphabetical order, and it might be wrong because I don't know how to spell, so bear with me. Let's go ahead. This is so professional. Are you impressed with my skill? So, oh no, this is all bad. All right, so this is red was offline when I took this, but red was offline. Oh no, red was offline when I took this picture, but that's why it's so dark. Red is one of the qual testers on Siva's on the Chromatic League. I guess before my time, before I joined, he was an Elite Four member for Fire, which is pretty cool. Currently, like I said already, the qual tester in Draft League. Not doing too well in the Draft League, unfortunately, but that's okay. His qual tests go very well. I mean, in my experience with it, it's kind of been hit or miss. It's either been like literally impossible to beat him. No, it's just been literally impossible to beat him. I win every once in a while. But yeah, it's been very difficult, especially when I don't know the test. Uh, Overall, he's performed well in tournaments. Not as well as some other people on this list, but he has performed well. I don't think he's ever been like in a real smoke tour or anything, but in general, as a qual tester, being good with so many different types in other tiers as well. Like he's good in OU and he plays pretty much every monotype type well. Makes him a good threat in pretty much everything except draft so far. He hasn't shown to be too great with that, except for last season in which he was amazing. But draft isn't a learning curve. It's completely different than monotype or anything else, or in the OU ladder or anything. He did well in OU. He's been very busy recently, so I don't know where he is now. But he was doing very good in OU and in Natdex for a little while. Red is a easy A tier for me. Am I going to be able to move that later? I should be able to. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, well that's going to go there for now. In the A tier. Hi, Red. Don't get mad at me. Second, we have Flaps, who was indeed online when I took this screenshot. Another thing is I'm not tiering myself because I'm just not doing it. I don't feel comfortable. Flaps, I don't even remember Flaps joining, to be honest with you. He was just kind of here one day, and he was all of a sudden the grass leader, which was really cool. But yeah, I don't even remember when he first joined. I don't even remember where he's from. Maybe he joined from something else, some other server. I don't remember. All I remember is that he's good with grass types, and he took a few times to test, but don't we all? But he tested as the grass type gym leader pretty quickly. I feel like, yeah, he tested as grass type gym leader very quickly, if I remember. However, I don't remember when he started, so I don't. But yeah, he's done very well. I don't know how good he is outside of draft, or outside of using grass types, but he has done very well, in particular with grass, and I think he's performed well in OU and Natex maybe. I don't think he has any draft experience, so that's not going to hurt him because, as I said, I'm not going to judge you for something you haven't done, or have very to no experience in. But Flaps so far, from what I've seen from him, B tier. I love you, Flaps. I'm sorry. I just don't know as much, but I do know, and what I know right now is B tier. Um, Next we have Gabe. Whoops. Gabe is interesting because he's good. Um, he's another person I don't remember joining, and they were just kind of there one day, and all of a sudden were, um, like the ghost type gym leader. I remember him trying to call once or twice and not passing, which is fine. Um, but so far, when I made my run through the gyms, I already beat the gym leaders except for Knock because he won't battle me. The only one, or the easiest one. I'm not trying to. I'm sorry, Gabe. You were very good, but the easiest one for me was the Ghost type gym, which is Gabe's specialty. I also don't know how good he is in monotype or OU. I think we might have battled OU once, which I won. Gabe is Gabe is from what I've seen. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel so mean. I feel so mean. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I feel so mean. I need Knock. Can you be mean to people? I wouldn't have even had a C tier down, but then I realized that just makes everyone the best ever, and we need to have some differentiation. But Gabe, you're very good. You are good at the game, but you're putting you in C tier. I'm sorry. Just from what I've seen. Humden. Hello, my friend. I would put you in S tier just because you play Valorant with me. However, we're not talking about the Valorant tier list. We're talking about the Pokemon tier list. Humden was a elite trainer last generation when we were just doing Gen 8 OU before we switched to NatDex. He is also doing well he had a drop from the draft league, but what he was doing was good. He's very new to draft, I think, and Mons in general, but he likes Extra Drill, so he's good at the game because Extra Drill is good at the game. Humden is someone else I'm not too sure on, just because I knew they were elite trainer in Gen 8. But since then, I feel like a lot has happened to certain players specifically. So I'm going to put Humden in the S tier just because he's been, not the S tier, the C tier, right behind Gabe because he's been so busy. If he were to play more, he could easily shoot up to A or S tier, easily. But he's just not been. He hasn't laddered. He hasn't, all of that. At least recently. Next, we have another newcomer. I'm pretty sure this is alphabetical order. If not, then I'm sorry. We have Infinite. Never met this person before, like 2 weeks ago. Apparently, somehow they're good at the game. I don't get it. Infinite has probably the most potential I've seen in a while. Like raw potential. It's actually kind of unreal. Her team building is actually insane for not knowing what they're doing, which is funny because usually it's the other way around. Her battling inside the battle needs some work, but don't we all? She's still new, but just because of the newness, and even though I'm not ranking them for how good they are for how long they've been playing, it's good in general, good overall. If we were talking about how good they are for how long they've been playing, she would be very, very high. Probably the highest, but we're talking overall. And I do think that Humden could beat her in a battle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone, I'm sorry. Just no. I apologize up front. Next, we have Kate. This is going to be the only easy S tier for me. That's a lie. But they have peaked at number 1 in both AG ladders and quite high in tours, I believe, for OU and NatDex. They styled on what was our best player, probably still is our best player, and I've only battled them once. For the first game I won, we went like 185 turns. Next 2 games I completely got mollywopped because I think the only 2 brain cells that were left were the 2 that thought Twilight was a good love story. So I again after that battle, but during that first battle I had to use, I used all of my brain cells, and you can see how that affected the rest of the set. I got absolutely destroyed. Now that needs to be said here. Peaking peaking number 1 on any tier is very impressive. Next we have Keenan. I love how blurry these are. I know you guys do too. but as they get smaller, they're a little bit better. All right, Keenan. Keenan is an A tier for me, not just because we're friends, but because legitimately, Keenan is on the cusp of being a qual tester, along with being like currently for the ladder thing for the team tour. He's in 1600 for Nathex right now. Extremely well, doing well for their first time in draft league, or one of their first times in a real competitive format draft league. I believe right now they're ranked 6th, which is very good. Very good. Alongside that, they were Elite Four last generation, alongside me and other people that I might talk about or maybe not. What else? What else did Keenan do? That's good. Oh, he was the only other person to try to take champ, or not try to take. Humna did too, but he never made it to the champ battle. Keenan did make it to the champ battle. He just got a little unfortunate. But yeah, Keenan is an easy A tier, very close to being a qual tester, if I remember correctly. Next we have Knock. Hi Knock. What's up, bro? Remember that time you called me pathetic? That was fun. Fun times. It's impossible to call Knock bad at the game. If you do that, then you just don't know how to do anything. The only thing Knock is not doing, hasn't doing well in, is the draft league, but he's been picking that up recently. Draft is just hard to do, and he locked himself in a hard trick room, which is not the play. But peaking 3rd overall in the monotype ladder at any time is very impressive, along with being able to, I think they're 1600 as well on the ladder currently for the tour. Another qual tester. This puts them easy S tier right behind Kate, which is cool because they're both Team Destruction members, which is awesome. Very cool. Very, very cool. Must be nice, dude. Must be nice. Seriously, must be nice. Yeah, not much needs to be said. Qual tester. E4. He used to run like back when I first joined. It was like he ran 2 E4 spots and like 2 gym leader spots, and no one won. I think he had like a 92% win rate. I think we were talking about it last couple of generations ago, back in Gen 7, which wasn't too long ago, but it was when I joined, so it was a long time ago, quite possibly eons ago. Next up, we have the luckiest man alive and the saltiest fruit. I don't like how this works. I don't like this. Okay, well, oh no. There we go. It's better. Pokemon Trainer Orange, the YouTubist. Orange is interesting because he's very good in Draft League, but everywhere else he's kind of just meh at. I think he's only like a 14. He's a 1400 ladder player. But very good draft player, of course, obviously. This is an easy one for me to rank as well, I think. Because of his A tier ability to play in draft and his at least competence in other tiers, I guess. I think he goes at the end of B tier, so wherever the B tier is, he's going to be at the bottom. I think that's it. I have a lot of power here, but yes. Sorry, boss. Sorry. You just don't play enough. That's not draft. Which is fine. In the draft tier list, you'd be very, very high. Next, we have Pure. Pure was kind of quiet for a long time, didn't do anything. He was active when I first joined. Now he's getting back active again. He is also a qual tester, which is very nice. Qual testers are all going to be ranked high. However, I haven't seen them. I have only battled them once and I won. Right? Yeah, he subbed me for my Ice E4 spot. I only battled them once and I won. But it was a very hard battle. It came down to a roll. No, not a roll. It came down to like one hit or something. Yes. Yeah. They're getting more active. I was watching some of their replays recently. They were battling everyone a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago. But they're very good. If you watch their replays, if you battle them, it's very, very hard to beat them. Yeah, they're just very good at the game. I haven't seen them battle as much. I don't have as much experience. Like, even from what I've seen, I definitely think Keenan has the edge. Hopefully this will get people to start fighting more. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm trying not to be mean, but I'm sorry. Next we have Ryan. Ryan is one of the people who have been doing well in both the gym leader and the Whoopsie daisy. And the monotype and the draft league. I'm gonna place him a little bit behind Orange, for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's not as good of a drafter as Orange from what I've seen so far. Number two, um, while he does have the edge on Orange as a monotype user, the distance between Orange and Ryan's draft skill and Ryan and Orange's monotype skill is much more in Orange's favor. He's just doing it for much longer. I don't know how long. Yeah, I don't know how long. What was I saying? I do not know how long Ryan has been playing monotype or draft. From what I've seen, both like draft. Ryan's actually been doing very well in the draft. From when he took over the team, so this might not be a fair ranking. I just don't know enough. If I could put them in the same spot, I would. To be honest with you, and I think I might even give Ryan the edge. But for now, I want to have them. Okay, just know they're sharing this spot. Okay, it's a shared spot, so everyone calm down. Next we have Yook. Yook was the Psychic Elite 4 last generation, as well as doing very well in OU and monotype, or OU. And he's doing extremely well in the draft league. But he's been in draft leagues before, he has experience with that. I'm going to put him above... he has a very good taste in TV as well, which is... might push him up farther. But I'm going to put him above... Current, I think in his prime, Pure could have been better, but right now, Yook is gonna go right ahead of him. Who else did I miss? Possibly Aki. I didn't take a screenshot for Aki. Quick, wait. And we're back. This is Aki. Aki's interesting because right now I think they've been very busy, so I think they're getting rusted. But they were also an Elite 4 member back in before we made the switch. For this reason, I'm going to put them in the highest spot of the B tier. I don't know how their draft experience is, but then again, I'm not taking draft is the primary factor. But Aki definitely goes at the very top of the B tier. I think none of this is accurate, but that's how it's going to be. Or it's semi-accurate. I'm trying not to be biased, but I definitely think this. I'm very confident in this tier list ranking. I'm sorry, Infinite. I am really, really sorry. I actually feel super bad. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. But I said you have the best potential, and I think you could easily become one of the better, if not the best, players. But with that, it's your boy, Woody Man, signing off. Join the Chromatic League. If you don't, then next time you got ice cream, it'll be soggy and junk because I'm the ice cream master. Goodbye. God bless. Have a great day.